my channel. Today we're going to be doing a hair tutorial. My apologies if there's a bit of an echo. I am in a washroom, so the sound might be a little bit different. But if you guys want to see how I take my hair from this to this, then just keep on watching. So this is what my hair is naturally out of the shower. So it actually was a little bit less fuzzy, but because I combed through it, it actually became a little bit more poofy. But this is my natural hair. It is curly. Like if I put some mousse right now in it, it's gonna be like extra curly. But if I leave it like this, there's gonna be a bit of a fuzz, which I usually never ever leave it like this. So what you're gonna need is a ceramic thermal brush that looks like this. I got mine from Moroccan oil. You can get this at any hair salon pretty much I've ever been to has it. I don't think it's a drugstore product, but any hair salon, like I said, you can go and pick one up. You will also need a hair dryer, and I think that's about it for now. Also, you will need a curling iron, however, that comes in later. So to start off, what I am going to do is section off my hair into two sections. Just from the half, I cut it up open. We're gonna put this up here. Excuse how crazy it's gonna look, but it is what it is. So I'm just gonna put that up there. Now, probably not a good idea to wear a ring either. And now we will just be making this hair piece into two as well. And I'm gonna make this into another half, okay? And then I'm just gonna be putting that around that bun up here so that we can get it out of the way. I don't think you guys need a tutorial on how to section the hair, but if you do. So from here on, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm taking the brush under my hair, and then I'm just gonna be holding the hair dryer here, and we're just gonna be smoothing that going downwards. Now, the reason why I put it under my hair and not above is because when you roll it out like this as you're bringing it down, it's gonna have a nice little curl that gets put into it this way, which is gonna be a curl away from your face. So it's gonna give a really beautiful natural wave. You'll see in just a second. And when you get to the bottom, you just want to be doing this little twisty motion so that a curl gets put in there. And once you do that, you just want to twirl it around so that it keeps its shape. And then once we run our fingers through it later, there'll be a nice little curl there. And if you look at it, you see a little cute bouncy curl. And make sure that you're twirling it away from your face, not inwards, like this way. Anyways, I don't know how to explain that. But you can see that it creates a really beautiful curl. Sometimes it gets a little bit awkward holding it, so I hold it upside down. And now we are going to be taking this top part. Should have probably not worn a sweater while doing this because it's hot. And now that we have this sectioned off up here, I'm just going to be putting that in the back while bringing this new piece in the front. So again, we're going to be splitting that into two. We're going to be making this into two sections. putting the rest up top. You get the drill. Again, I'm going to be going underneath and then bringing that up because we want a little bit of a volume at the base of it. So just a little side note, the hair that is close to the top of the head, we're gonna start with blow drying it from underneath here, bringing it a little bit up and holding it there for a little bit and letting that heat hit it because we want a little bit volume up top. And then once we get to the middle, you'll see me switch and then do the underneath and then roll it out this way. Now I make this top piece into two. So now we have this. And how do I put this? I usually actually put this into a little bun here, but I don't have a tie. There we go. So up top here, I'm just going to be making that into another piece again, putting the rest around this. The hassle and the struggle is real. You guys, I mean, trying to keep my cool here because I forgot to press record after I had stopped it wherever I left off last. So it was the same concept for everything. In the front, what I did was I sectioned off like this, put this underneath, blow dried it this way all the way till we rolled it out at the end, and then did this to it. So same concept, nothing out of the ordinary that we hadn't done earlier. So you could leave it here if you want to just have like a simple, nice hair. It's kind of straight, it has some curls in it. It's pretty light, nothing too crazy, but because I want to take those little bits of fuzziness, if you can see, I mean, it's very, very small, but I just want to take it up a notch and make it even better. So I'm just going to be grabbing my hair curler. This is nothing fancy. I've had this for probably over a decade, but it works so well. I mean, I don't really see a reason for me to buy a new one, but this one works amazingly. And it is by actually Bedhead. Yeah, it's really good. So just gonna let that sit for a second so that it is hot, because please do not use a curling iron that is not hot yet, because I don't know why, but it makes your hair more fuzzy like that. So I'm not gonna be doing my whole head because I don't really think it's necessary. We're just gonna be putting some curls in there just to give it some extra body. So let's just wait. I'm actually supposed to be somewhere at 6:30, and actually no, I have time. 5:41. Hopefully no rush hour, no, it's Sunday. Okay. So guys, just a few tips before we get started. I know half the hair is already done, but I will rewind and show you from the beginning. If you have difficult hair to curl, and even if you don't, I recommend doing these curls in small sections. So this to me would be a small section, something that isn't thick, you can easily see through it. Because if you grab a very large section like this, it's very difficult for the heat to get distributed through the hair. So I always recommend doing very small sections like this, and always curl away from your face. So you put the curler in there and then you start twirling so that the curl ends up being away from your face. So like this, and then you just let go. The next tip is to take that same piece that we just curled and just smush it in your palms a few times. You might burn yourself, be aware, so you can wear gloves if you want. But if you do that, the curl will actually get held a lot better. And you can do the same thing that we did earlier, which was twirling it and letting that curl sit. Later on, we're going to be, brushing that out with our fingers. But as of now, doing that will really help the curl stay in place. Another tip that I would recommend would be, if you also again have really difficult hair to curl, I would recommend putting a very light coat of hairspray on your hair before you curl it. And this way, the hair will really easily mold into the shape that you put it in. So let's just get back into it. I'm going to start off with the front piece. I'm just grabbing a relatively small piece. So I personally use the curling wands that both have this little clip thing going in, and you can also use it without it. So it's like 2-in-1. So today I'm just going to be putting my hair through this, and then we're going to just round it off and keep going in a circle until we reach the bottom. And once we do, we're just going to be rolling it down close to the crown of the head, and we're just going to leave it for a second and then let it out. Once I let it out, I'm just going to be squeezing the curl into place until it cools off for a second, because that really keeps its shape if you do that. You might burn in the process, but it's worth it. Ow. You could wear a glove too, actually. Okay, so it's gonna look something like this, but don't worry, we're gonna be brushing it out in a second. And you can just grab random pieces and keep doing that same thing too. You can just brush it through one time, and then the second time you do the same thing. You just roll it out and then bring it back down. A few seconds up here and let go. And try not to get stuck in your freaking, okay. So this one, again, we're gonna always be curling away from the face, because that's what gives you the Farrah Fawcett, I don't know her name, Farrah Fawcett? Yeah, I think that's her name. Yeah, like wavy look. So we're just gonna be continuously putting that throughout the hair, depending on how much curl you want. But it's the same thing over and over again. And don't worry, it is going to look a little tacky right now, but once we just put our fingers through our hair, it's going to look beautiful. And then you can continue doing this with it too, as we did earlier. It'll really hold that curl. Okay guys, now that we have the curls put in, what I'm going to be doing is just very lightly putting my hands through these curls and just opening them up. Also, you want to put your hands through your hair up top here and just wave it up and down. That'll give a lot of volume. Now would be a good time if you also want to put a little bit of hairspray just to finish off the look, and if you have a long night of partying or events that you're going to and you want the hair to stay in place. Alright guys, and this is pretty much the end result. It is cute little natural curls that you can rock throughout the week, or you can wear this type of hairstyle to an event. These are my pretty much classic curls that I have on almost a regular basis. There are actually two more different types of curls that I like to do. One is an old Hollywood look, which is, you know, actually you get the point, I don't need to explain that. But I also really like the 2004 Kim K curls, which was kind of like, it is also very old Hollywood. It's more of like a wave rather than a curl, but yeah, that's also a look that I really like. Please do let me know if you guys want to see a tutorial on that, and I will definitely make one for you guys. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Until next time.